Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Tom Mizu. My channel is Mizu14, and I'm here doing a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 17. We have one more episode left, which is next week, and that week it'll be the season finale of Potomac, and then we go to the reunion. So, we had 18 episodes this season, and it's good. I mean, it was coming to the point that it needs to finish and tie down so we get ready for the Atlanta season 11, I think. But let's jump in right into this video. It wasn't much about this episode. The biggest thing is everybody came back from France and they're unwinding down to their own personal lives and catching up and meeting up with each other and talk about the aftermath of the trip. So basically that was it. And Giselle met with her stylist, Cal. I think they've been knowing each other for 20 years. He be not hairstylist, and he basically was asking her what happened. She said they had a good trip. It had some ups and downs, but they generally enjoyed themselves. But she's jumped right into gossip about Karen. I said, damn, everybody want to talk about Karen. Like, gosh, Karen's the it girl. She's that bitch. Like, y'all need to. She's that batch. Y'all need to worry about. Like, come on. But so talk about her business there that she needs to know about what's going on, because Karen been lying. She like to lie about things, and she not honest and truthful. And how can I help her support as a friend if I can't know anything about her and she not telling me stuff? I was like, first of all, y'all could be friends. I don't understand, why do y'all need to know everything about her life to able to support her as a friend? I don't understand that, because if you're really true friends, you support her for the ups and downs. You don't need to know all the secret details. You don't need to know everything that's going on about anybody's relationship, because at the end of the day, nobody should be telling anybody all their personal business of their relationship and their marriage. Because at the end of the day, because people will turn that against you, will talk about you, will throw things in your face. So you should not be telling people your business, not 100%, everything that is going on with you and your family. And you can tell some things to get support. You could ask for advice of things if you got some trouble in your marriage, but you should not tell anybody your whole personal business for them to support you. Because if they need to know everything to support you, then they're not real true friends. And I don't think a lot of these girls are really true friends anyway. So I don't care. Y'all keep throwing these numbers out. Oh, we know each other for 14 years, 20 years, 10 years, 8 years, 12 years. No matter how many years y'all know each other. Y'all keep throwing about all these long last time y'all know each other, but y'all still don't act like y'all really good friends. Because if y'all really good friends, y'all would need to be doing all this about Karen. Yes, Karen like to lie. She like to embellish a little bit. But that's Karen. Leave her alone. That's what it is. Now, as she came home, she thought she was going to get a freaking big welcome from Michael, jump in his arms, welcome her home. She got none of that. And I said, that's what I feel. It feel like Michael is like one step out the door, actually. He is done with you. He don't really want to deal with you if he didn't come home to welcome you home. And not that you had to spend all these couple of days in freaking France and he wasn't there. I said, it's like a time you need to let go, girl. He's done that prenup for you. It's just like he's out the door. So he's just done with you, basically. And you gotta accept that. So she got a call for her mother. Her mother act like they all cool, good. She said that her mother is working better for herself. She's still with that guy. But without the financial help between her and Michael, she was able to get her own house on her own without anybody help. I said, good. It takes for you to step your foot down for somebody to do something for their own. So her mother got her own place, and they see they need to catch up and discuss. And I said, that's good. So Ashley, let's continue on with this Ashley boat. She went to her mother's place, and they had talked, and they ate some food and discussing. And you could tell Ashley wanted to tell her this business. So she told her mother what Michael said to her, because she said she knows kids is non-negotiable to her, because she want kids. Which I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Michael's not the type of person who beat around the bush. So I don't know what they said when they got married, but I kind of know that he probably wasn't saying something, but he wasn't in her. He said, you know what? But Ashley should know better because every time she brings up the kids, he always make a different excuse of working on and getting the kids. Maybe so if we break even with the restaurant, we could have it. If we do this, we could have that. If this happened, we could have that. It's like he always puts stipulations to the kids. So when somebody keep doing that, that means they're clearly trying to tell you that they don't want kids, Ashley. So you need to accept the fact that he's not giving you any kids, and you need to accept the fact he wants you as a trophy wife. Now, if you really want to build with that, that's cool with that. But stop complaining about things when you know the reality is. And she said, you know what, Michael basically want me as a trophy wife and be look pretty, be on his arm. I said, yes. What most men who older, who live their life, who probably had been through marriage before, who really got grown ass kids, and will marry again a younger woman. They basically want to have you as trophy wife. They don't really care about giving you any kids unless if they do give you kids, it is what it is. It's a basic control, basically, over you in some kind of way. Because most guys like that who got the younger girls, they can control them anyway. Say, oh, if I give you all this money, I'm supporting you. You got to do this for me. You got to do that and everything. So, Michael lived his years, so he don't want no kids. And he basically telling you all this. And now, Ashley told his mother that Michael said, basically, I'm not giving the kids because he don't want Ashley raising her kids like Ashley's mother have raised her. And Ashley's mother was kind of pissed. She said, excuse me? You got to be kidding me right now. To say all of that? I'll say, first of all, I haven't been the best mother, but I have been there for you. And I was a single parent. It was a great all the times, but I have been there. And she said, I know, Mom, I'm sorry. So apologizing for Michael. He not sorry. He's apologizing. It is what it is. He said what he said. He not giving any kids, so you just gotta accept that. And now she said, at one point, she always think about the years that they have been doing good for each other, and it'd be great. Now, on the other hand, she had to think about now and how he revealed all the states to her, and is being a trophy wife, not having kids, how that going about. And she said it's going parallel and they're not crossing each other. So she's like in a crossroads about choosing which side can she go on. If she will stay in her marriage, accept the fact he don't want kids and continue on, or she gonna leave and pursue somebody who really want the same things as her. Cause she's still young. So she don't need to be staying married to him. Divorce a guy, wait the 5 years to get your money, and you go about your business. During the 5 years you get your money, meet somebody else new, and you work on that relationship. And to the 5 years you get your lump sum of money, and you might get married again during the 5 years. Hey, get your kids and everything, but you still got to give up some money because you signed a freedom agreement that he would give you money after 5 years after y'all get divorced. So it is. So you just gotta look, do what you gotta do, Ashley. But you mopping and moaning about this is not gonna help us because we can't feel sorry for you after you be so messy and being butting everybody else's business instead of worry about your own damn marriage. Worry about what Michael gonna do with you before you wanna go and jump in on other people's business. I hate Ashley.
It doesn't make me look like anyone.
So I don't feel sorry for you, girl. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Sorry, that's my TV. I don't feel sorry for you at all, Ashley. So you got to do what you got to do for yourself. Now, and the mother to tell her, you just see what he's processing, what he's telling you, and figure it out. Figure it out, girl. So we get Karen met up with Matt. Matt is her friend, and she wanted to get the bottom of the things. I mean, Karen was looking good with her black on, and she was like, the trip was generally a good thing, but she did get some issues going on with the ladies, and she wanna know. She gets a issue with the ladies. And she was like, you was the hot topic of the thing. And he said, hot topic, what's going on? He said, what they had to say about me? She said, well, it come to my attention that Ashley was saying that you be telling them that I'm not living in a grade 4 place and I'm living in a townhouse. And I didn't really believe her and everything. He said, what? That's crazy. He said basically, he said the only time I even mentioned about that Thai house when I told him, when he said when I first met you, you were staying at Ray's bachelor pad, and Kevin said, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I remember that. And she said that was like 20, 25 years ago. And then they played the tape back and said, how long do you know Cam? He said 12 years ago. I mean, like I said, these numbers don't match up with they people saying how long they know each other and been friends with each other. At the end of the day, Matt said he didn't say anything about her living not living in Park, like Great Falls or place down and staying in a townhouse. He said that when he first met Cameron, she was staying at Ray's bachelor pad, and Cameron confirmed it. So she said, I don't believe Ashley, I believe Matt, and it is what it is. I said, oh, okay, we see. You believe Matt? I don't know. I don't know what to believe, but right now Cameron says she believes Matt. We just leave it as that. We have Candace and Crystal. Candace was working on her laptop. Her sister Crystal came in, and they decided to talk about the storefront. They say their online business, their hair business is doing well, but she said having the storefront will give them more traffic, more customers, and more money. It builds up their brand, but they had to go through their mother because Candace was trying to talk about getting the storefront through the mother, and she was kind of controlling. So they really wanted to talk to the mother, saying, can they be the forefront and run the business without the mother ever overstepping and being upfront and everything. So they called the mother, and the mother was making her little like dry little humor comments. She said, oh, Krista, did you got your weight? And I think she said, did she lose some weight or she got some weight and everything. I said, oh, okay, mother. And then she was making other jokes, and she was laughing her own little jokes. And they said, and Candace asking her mom, we get in the storefront, and we was thinking maybe that we could be the forefront and you could just step back from running everything and let us take it. And the mother said, you know what? I think I could do that. I know her mother, I think their mother loves to be controlled, but I guess she's doing this just to say it and say, you know what, I'm going to let them be. But she said, you know what, I could do that. But then she said, you know what, we don't need you to run too much and not be overseer. Maybe you could be our consultant. Instead of, because she said, I can let y'all do that, but I could be a supervisor. She said, maybe not so much a supervisor, we don't need to supervise us, but maybe could you be a consultant of the business? And she said, consultant? You know what, yeah, I could do that. I could be a consultant, y'all, no problem. And I said, okay, I guess that's the first step of getting the independence. So I guess the mother is trying to see if they could do this without her being around all the time. They still could consult her about different decisions that to be made. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Now, later on, Candace met with Monique and Karen. They went out to get some drinks, have a little girls chat. And this is what Candace was telling them, that she got a lot going on with her marriage. She had a lot going on with her mother, trying to get her own independence, and with Chris and spending time. It's a lot going on. And they say, we always see you talk about the marriage and stuff. We never see you talk about Chris and y'all spending time together. She said it's important that you spend time with Chris. And Candace said she realized that she hasn't been spending time with Chris that much because she's been too focused on everything else. And he be telling her he want to spend time with you. So she said she don't want to be the cause of their marriage being a failure if she's because she hasn't done what she needs to do to make it work, and she don't want her marriage to get divorced like her parents did. So she want to make this work, and she appreciate Karen and Monique's advice of helping her out in her situation, and that was a nice little scene. It wasn't too much, and then we get Monique and Chris. Monique came back. She said she didn't like the argument that she had with Chris before she left, so it made her feel some type of way. So she came home, and her and Chris had a sit down in the back, and they discussed, and she said she didn't like the argument. He said, yeah, I feel kind of bad about that happening. She gave him a foot massage. I said, he got a big ass feet. I said, oh my God, that's a big ass feet to massage it. But that's Chris. He's a big man. And then he said, when you gonna give him more kids? And now, finally, she told us something that We all knew what was going on with her drinking, her going through little things, her putting herself in more businesses and overworking herself, tying herself out. It's because that she said since she had her miscarriage, she hasn't been really fully processing it in that, and she hasn't really sat down and really healed from it. So since she didn't do that, she been overworking herself. She been dealing with different lot of things and trying to take her mind off the miscarriage, but realizing that she hasn't dealt with that, and so she sit and deal with that, it didn't affect her greatly. So she come to terms of it now and say, you know what, maybe I need to calm down and slow down on things and not do so much and heal from this miscarriage. So he asked her when he go to kids. He said, you know what, we work on kids and everything, but we just gotta work on a perfect time of getting conceiving, because they can't have kids during the football season because he ain't gonna be around. And I said, oh, that's nice. I said, I'm working on that. And then she said she need to apologize because when she had that argument with him, she realized that she hasn't really focusing on what's bothering him and what's his concerns, and she just only think about the nagging part of it. And I really could sit down and think about what really is bothering him, what is his concerns about her or the relationship they're going right now. And he said he's apologizing for not thinking things through and blowing up as to what he did, and he should have just kept calm and talk about it in a direct way. So they made up. I mean, he gave her shoes, bought her cake, and it was nice. They had a good little time. Now, let's go on with this freaking little thing. So Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. Robin wanted to flip houses, so she signed the papers for this house deal. She wanted to flip it, renovate it, and sell it for a profit. I mean, the house was raggedy, dirty, tore up. I mean, that's what flipping houses is. They ain't supposed to be nice and dolled up. So Giselle came, and it was kind of like slight shaded. She said, Giselle, this is the house you getting. This is what you renovating. You renovating all this and everything. Just like, Robin, you did all this. She said, Robin, you getting this house? This is tacky. What's this? And I said, you renovating all this? This what? She said, me, my husband, my first husband, we renovated the church from the ground up. But it wasn't this bad. Robin, what is you doing? Robin said, this is money maker. I'm gonna fix this up and it's gonna be great. So she asked Giselle to help her, and Ashley came to help her too. Now Ashley came, not in no freaking boots. She told her to wear boots to work in to really help with the house. She wore into freaking high heel freaking boots on like she going to a freaking club. And they started laughing. They did some little banging in the wall with the freaking sledgehammer. They didn't even do much to it. Make some little holes, release some steam, and then they decided to take their behinds outside, have a little champagne, and talk about going up to Cameron's house and see if she actually lived in that damn house. Cause remember, that was a big topic of the first heated discussion, argument they had after that freaking perfume line debate in the business. Ashley brought up about that. Oh, do you really live in a Great Falls house? And now Cameron earlier, she said they showing Cameron setting up the tables and sitting at the table, and she said, I think Ashley's jealous of my life, and she want to be me. I wish his bachelors to let me live and live my life, cause I do live here and I don't need to prove to anybody. I said, okay, Cameron. So they wanted to build up a plan. They said they want to go and deliver pizza to the Spice and look out and see she's there, but they're gonna try to make it like a joke and see that Cameron will laugh about it if they see her there, wondering whether she's there, and she can laugh about the humor behind it. So they got together. They were wearing black and stealth clothes, face masks, wigs to cover themselves up, and they would have Robin doing delivery of the pizza, and Giselle and Ashley will look out and look through the window and look at and see she's there. So they drive there. Ashley got hungry. She ate one of the pizza out the box, and it sounded funny. I said, y'all girls is too much. This is a petty ass bullshit. But it was funny. They was eating. They was talking. She was eating. They was talking. They went to the house. They said, oh, Robin, deliver the pizza. She said, y'all bitches come with me. And they started laughing. They went to the house. She rang the bell. couple of times, and then say to be continued. That's how it ended. And then next week will be the season finale. We're gonna see the outcome of that. I was like, y'all some messy, shady girls, but it is what it is. That was Real House of Potomac. Like I said, it wasn't much of this episode. The big majority, bulk of the episode was mainly them talk about their trips, coming back to Aftermath, and then it had this little big plan of exposing and see if Karen live in the house or not. Hope y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Once again, my name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14, and I'll talk to y'all all later next week for the season finale. Peace.